Get fast, reliable internet for any budget. Now qualifying customers can get Xfinity Internet free through the Affordable Connectivity Program. That's right, free high-speed internet from Xfinity. And Internet Essentials customers can get equipment included at no extra cost. Get started today.
We change our minds every day. About 1 million things a day. This is no different. You can't be afraid to be wrong. You can't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm just going to rethink this thing. People are not dying getting the vaccine. I better rethink this thing. I'm going to go call my doctor and have a discussion one more time. It is okay to change your mind.
Finally tired of doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results? Well, this show is going to help you change your life for the better. Strap on your seatbelt and navigate this roller coaster we call life with human potential expert and best-selling author Dr. Verna Price. Each week, Dr. Verna blesses you with her virtues to live your best life so you can be the best you that you can be.
Hi, welcome back to Dr. Verna's Virtues, and I'm so glad you came back. For those of you who are my regulars, you know I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so it's nice to be back. For those of you who are brand new to the podcast, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Listen in, share with your friends, like and subscribe, and all of that. All right, so we always start with an affirmation, so let's go ahead and start with an affirmation because our theme today is get your mind right. So we're going to work on that. Okay, ready for your affirmation? Let's do the change your life one. Okay, this is my life, and I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, if I want to, because it belongs to me, and it was given to me, and that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. And I say extremely powerful because you have enough power in your life right now to change your life for good. And so that your life matters. Your life is doing things. You are creating the life that you want. You can do that. So last week was really busy for me. I had all this stuff going on and I wasn't, I walk every morning. So I get 2 or 3 miles in every morning where I go for my walk. I get up at 6 in the morning, I go to the Y and I get my walk in. And last week I was only able to go a couple of times. So the other days I just wasn't, my schedule would not allow me to go. So it was now time this morning to get up and go for my walk. And sure enough, here I was laying in my bed and my alarm went off at 6 o'clock this morning. And my body was telling me, my body started saying things like, oh, your back hurts. Oh, you're so, you've been working so hard and, you had such a long weekend. You had all these different things going on. Maybe you should just rest some more. And so my body started giving me these messages. And I realized many, many years ago, I heard a pastor, his name is Dr. A.R. Bernard. He said this statement to me, which totally changed how I think about my life. He said, what the mind cannot contain, it will inflict on the body. And say it again. What the mind cannot contain, it will inflict on the body. So something was going on here, right? Something was being inflicted on my body. The truth of the matter was that there was nothing wrong with my body. The truth of the matter was that what was going on with me is that I had to get my mind right. I had to get my mind in the place of where I was getting back to being totally committed to what? To my physical health, back to being totally committed, excuse me, to walking and being back to being totally focused on getting healthy and whole. So I quickly, I realized what was going on. I got myself up out of bed and I got in my car and I went to the track and I went ahead and got 2 miles in. Now, once I was actually there in the Y, you know what happened? It was as if my body had never felt any sort of pain, any sort of ache, anything. All of a sudden, I felt rejuvenated. I felt energized. I got on that track. And the truth is that I could have kept on, I could have done 3 miles this morning versus 2 miles. But I had to get over this concept of what your mind cannot contain, it will inflict on your body. And so for some of us, we're experiencing things in our body, which really is nothing wrong with your body. What's going on is that something going on in your mind. So in your mind, have you made a decision? In your mind, have you decided that this is who you want to be and how you want to be? And or in your mind, have you given up in your mind? You know, it's amazing to me how people go on a job interview and they lose the job in the parking lot. Before they ever have the interview, they lose the job. Why? Because in their mind, they really haven't seen themselves with the job. They haven't seen themselves in the position. They haven't seen themselves thriving and prospering. Why? Because your mind is not right. So you have to be really, really careful about what is it that you are focusing on. You know, research tells us that a typical person on a typical day will have 6,000 thoughts. That's a lot of thoughts. And in those 6,000 thoughts, many of them will be negative thoughts. Many of them will be things that I cannot do that, feeling as though that I cannot do that. But many of them will be thoughts that I can do that. So what I want you to do to get your mind right, first you have to understand that you are going to have thoughts. Absolutely. But don't allow your thoughts, right, that come to you to stay. If there is something coming in your mind that does not reflect and does not connect to your goals and what it is that you want to see happen in your life, it doesn't connect to the life that you want to create, you have the right, let me say this, you have the right to get it out of your mind and to rethink yourself. Rethink how you think so that you can get your mind right. I really do believe, I would say at least half of the people who say things like I'm sick, who say things like something is wrong with my body, I believe that 50%, at least 50% of those people, if not more, there's nothing wrong with you. Absolutely nothing wrong with you. But there is something going on with your mind. Because if in your mind you have convinced yourself that you're too tired, that you're too sick, that you're too stressed out, that you're too this, you're too that, and all of those things are negative things, what will happen is that your body will now take that on because your mind can no longer hold it. After a while, if you told yourself long enough that you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that, your mind won't hold those negative thoughts anymore. It will now inflict it on your body. So now you have high blood pressure. Now you have some sort of sickness or disease coming on you. Now you're more tired. Now you feel more worn out. Why? Because it's being inflicted on your body. Let me tell you, if there's something going on with you right now, if there's something you need to get done right now, and your body is trying to convince you that you really can't do it, it has nothing to do with your body. It's really about your mind. And so what do you have to do? You have to get your mind right. Get your mind right. Now I'm talking about physically in your body, but this could connect to all sorts of things. In your relationships, what your mind cannot contain, it's going to inflict on your relationships, right? So if your relationships are falling apart, more than likely, and they're relationships that matter to you, more than likely it has something to do with what's going on in your mind. You're beginning to second guess your business partners. You're beginning to second guess your own vision and your dreams. It's in your mind. And when that begins to happen, it begins now to what? Inflicted on the rest of your life, inflicted on your business, inflicted on your relationships, inflicted. Why? It's all connected to your mind. You've got 6,000 thoughts a day. You make sure that those 6,000 thoughts are thoughts that are going to get you to your next level. Thoughts that are going to prosper you. Thoughts that are going to leave you thriving, not just surviving. That's the kind of thoughts. That's called getting your mind right. All right. Thanks for joining me this week on Dr. Verna's Virtues. And let's go ahead and finish up with our affirmation. This is my life. And this is my mind. And I get to change it when I want to, how I want to, and if I want to. Why? Because it was given to me. And that makes me very valuable, very important, very lovable, and extremely powerful. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Get caught up on previous episodes of Dr. Verna's Virtues at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
At Hy-Vee, we take pride of being part of the communities we serve. In 2021, we donated more than 14 million meals, and this year, we're committed to doing even more. For over 90 years, we've been the place that people turn in time of need, and we take that very seriously. That's why we're loading our semis full of food this week and making deliveries across the Midwest to help families this Easter. To join our effort, simply donate when you're at the checkout. Together, we can make a big difference for those in need.
Children's Minnesota, the leader in specialized healthcare for kids, is here to raise awareness, standards, the bar, the stakes, the question, the curtain. On raising kids' health to the highest priority, kids need equal access to healthcare, more pediatric expertise, a voice for change. Kids need us, all of us. So let's raise them up. Children's Minnesota, the kid experts.
For millions of Americans, the pandemic impacted our financial situations, and a lot of people lost their jobs. But that should not mean you have to lose your house if you can't pay for your mortgage. Listen, no need to feel ashamed if you missed a payment or two or three, because there's a local organization that's willing to help you get caught up on those payments so you can keep your home. Let me tell you about the Minnesota Home Ownership Center. It's a nonprofit whose sole purpose is to prevent you from going into foreclosure. The Minnesota Home Ownership Center has a network of organizations around the state to review everything with you, explain your options, and then advocate for you to get the help you need. And get this, they won't charge you because it's all free. Check out hocmn.org or give them a call at 651-410-1086 to set up an appointment. You worked hard to get into that house. Let Minnesota Home Ownership Center help you stay in it.
All right, did you know I was the mommy slam dunk champion?
Really?
Yes, really, don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, I go to left, fake a mom. Mama, go up, mama!
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.